just gonna say, like what Belle was saying about not comparing yourself to other people. Like, obviously, writing is not everyone's strong suit. I don't think I'm a good writer either, but I think like pieces like this, like it's not really just the writing. Like we have people in our class like Talia, who is like mind blowing. But her piece is going to be completely different from like Mix, who says like fuck every 3 seconds. So I think it's just like what you want your piece to be. Like it can be like super eloquent, but it can also be like just a story.
You guys can also like reach out to literally any of us. Like if you have questions or if any of our solo plays are like similar to something you're thinking of, like we would love to talk to you and help you because like we went through it last year. So yeah.
I also think that like even though all of us were really stressed out writing it and just like struggled a lot, I think after there was just such a sense of accomplishment and like I never thought in my life that I would be able to do something like that, and to like have a platform to like experience something completely new and go out of my comfort zone was really cool. And I think it was also a great way, like some of these people that I've known, some of them I've known for my whole life and some I've met freshman year, but like I learned so much about them through this process, and I think it was a great bonding thing for us. It was like
I learned is because I'm really critical about myself. So like when I'm writing something and like we present like a little like snippet of it in class, I'm like, oh my god, everyone else is so much better than mine. I'm a bad writer, blah blah blah. But like what I found after performing this, like you can't compare anyone's. It's all gonna be so different. Right. And like me personally, like after I performed it, everyone was coming up to me like, oh my god, that was so good. And I was like, really? I was like, oh, because like I never like as I was writing it, I was like, oof, this is rough. But like it'll feel good and it'll be rewarding. So don't compare yourself to other people.
Yeah, good.
I just remember that really helped me is even though it's a solo play, it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah. Amen.
I mean, Ann Morrison, but also I kind of took Ann Morrison's best friend ex, Blake.
Yeah. Wave, because he's listening right now.
He's a big activist for the LGBTQIA community, and so I really went to him for all my advice, and we talked together, we shared stories, and I don't think if I didn't have him to mentor me, my piece wouldn't have been what it is today. Also, we all got mentors to help out at Sarasota. Yes. And although I didn't personally get to work with mine because I had conflicts, I met him at something else. I met him at Pippin at Free Fall, and I just talked to him a bit and was like, I was supposed to be your mentee, and we just chatted about being gay and being in theater, and is it hard being cast as a drag queen in theater. And now I message him like once a month to ask him how he's doing, and like.
Before I even go yet, something that really helped me with my script writing is I'm a person who builds up other people. So if you say something out in the audience, I'll respond to you. So I made my piece very like interactive with the audience, not in a sense where I was like, oh, what's your favorite cake? I would just say something that I didn't even realize it was funny. I would say something about my dad. Like, I think a good example was I said something about my dad. And I said something about him working in a retirement home. And they were like, oh, that's kind of funny. And I was like, yeah, because he's old. And he's going to be in there someday. And then it was like, oh, that is so uncomfortable. Like, oh, are we supposed to laugh right now? Like, and I was like, yes, you can laugh. It's okay. And then my dad stood up and did a little funny little thing. All right, okay, fine.
All right, Andrea.
Jesus. Well, the name of my piece was Mucha Mierda Niña, which literally translates in English, a lot of shit girl. In the Hispanic community, that's practically the equivalent to break a leg. And in my piece, I started, we're crazy, bro. But I practically started my piece talking about my resume and like what I've done and how my love for theater has grown over the years. And then I talked about my dad, who's a director, and how he wants me to pursue this type of theater and I want to go the opposite direction. And I'm trying to find a medium between both of that. And then I also discussed being a Hispanic female in the theater world and trying to break those standards of being a prostitute or a maid, like the stereotypical like things you would see on television or in theater. And then I also what else did I discuss? Oh, I also discussed my mom, which I don't know who knows her, who doesn't, but there we go. But my mom's just a very Hispanic mom that yells at me in Spanish, like makes this really loud, makes scenes. So I kind of brought her out in like my piece, and like she laughed in the end. And then I just really talked about me and like, because a lot of people don't know this, but now I'm really proud to be Hispanic. But when I was little in middle school, I was made fun of that, I was made fun for being Hispanic. There we go. And so I used to hide it, and I try to like deny that a lot. But then in high school, I was like, hey, I don't care. So I just like really embraced it, and I really embrace it now. And it's just finding what makes you happy and writing about that. And I also wrote about some like role models and like great characters that I would love to play on stage one day because they just represent me. And just like find something that you want to write about and that you like love, and just go on a tangent about it. And just like, it can be something that you're really proud of, or something that you're like, ooh, no, I should have not done that. Or like, it honestly can be about anything you really want to. And same thing, going off of what Danny said, in my piece, I not relied on the audience, but like just really take in the audience, because they're practically going to be just like this, super close to you. Yeah. So like, you're going to hear them laugh, and you're like, oh, I'm being funny. So you just have to like take it in and just like move on with the piece. And just also, and I think I don't know everyone, but a good majority of my class likes writing. I suck at writing. Like, I just can't do it. And I just really struggled in the piece, like how to write it and how to express my thought into words. And then I kind of just like sat down, and I would like literally I would sit in my room and just like go on a tangent and just talk to myself. And I was like, why can't I write this? And I would try, and I would just write nothing, and it was just move on. So recording yourself, like Sam said, really, really helped. Just going on a tangent, just literally, I remember I walked out of Miss Smith's class, and I looked at the locker, and I just talked to myself, recording myself, and I was like, so when I was Hispanic, I probably was like a weirdo, but just like anything that helps you write, just go for it, and just don't be afraid to be who you are, and just express yourself. And that's it.